We got a 2021 RS TT. This thing's a monster. Little Porsche rocket ship killer. This thing's badass. Got a 5-cylinder turbo on there. It's got a sweet ass exhaust we're slapping on there today. It's an APR kit. These systems retail for about $2,500. We're getting rid of this stock bullshit right here. Complete trash, very restrictive. Look at this crazy ass design on this muffler. Not doing anything for performance. It's still an RS style muffler, but again, not maximizing performance. Does have 2 resonators up front, a very restrictive muffler in the back, and we're upgrading it to, like I said, this APR kit, which is a badass system. This thing's gonna sound amazing. There's not many upgrades you could do for this car. You could do some downpipes in the future, but technically voids your warranty, and then you mess with the EPA. Do not recommend. So catback option for this car is one of the best setups you can run. As you can see, it comes with the dual piping, full stainless steel with the APR brackets, and then connects to the rear muffler. Keeps the valve control, which is awesome, especially on a car like this. You get quiet mode, aggressive mode, Sport Plus Plus. You know what I'm talking about. Sounds badass. Also, the stock valves connect to the APR system. You got the valve brackets right here with the APR valves. The stock valves bracket right on there. So it's gonna be a pretty sweet setup. We're gonna install it. We got Berto mocking up the valves in a second. And then it does come with the RS style tips, which is pretty badass because not a lot of aftermarket systems come with the RS style tips. The RS guys want to keep that big ass oval because that's the factory. You guys can see the stock factory tips have that big ass RS style oval, which is pretty common, especially on an RS car. So, like I said, TTRS, badass ride. Really like this car. It comes in a turbo blue, which is badass. This car made some wicked horsepower. I'm going to tell you guys the specs in a second once I look them up and then do some research so I don't look like an idiot. And yeah, like I said, catback's getting installed. Does have 2 catalytic converters up front and then 2 more catalytic converters up top with the downpipes. Like I said, if you did want to upgrade it, has to be for racing only. And then obviously you will be voiding your warranty, so I do not recommend it because this car gets pretty expensive if you have to repair it yourself and it's not under warranty. So like I said, we're mocking everything up. Once we get it installed, we're gonna crank it for you guys, give you guys some revs, sport mode, quiet mode. Let me know what you guys think. Got the APR system installed, looked sweet. Unfortunately, there was some damage during shipping. The customer unboxed it at home, realized he had a little dimple in the tip, so he's reaching out to APR. Hopefully he can get a new set of tips and we'll install that when it comes in. But the system fits like a glove. Got the APR muffler in there, got the valves mocked up. You guys can look up in here. Got the valves pretty much bracketed up in there like factory. Proudly welded by Marco. I don't know if you guys did see that. Marco, shout out to Marco for proudly welding that. And then we got proudly welded by John on this one. So shout out to Marco and John for welding this APR kit together. You guys did a really solid job, guys. So yeah, mid-pipe installed. Got really good clearance. APR is known for their fitment. They got really good fitment, especially if you're buying a $2,100 system, $2,500 system. You want it to fit good. So besides this little damage on the tip, I think everything came out perfect. We're gonna drop it, crank it, rev it, of course, and then let us know what you think. Got the RS TT all done. This trim is sick. You got the blue on the seat belts, which is pretty pimp. You got the blue trim around the AC vents, blue trim on the inside, blue stitching everywhere with the carbon and the Alcantara. This thing's specced out, man. Got the Alcantara steering wheel, not blue here, red for some reason. I don't know why, but got the Alcantara gear shifter, carbon fiber here. I mean, Bang & Olufsen, you know about Bang & Olufsen. Well, you know, what do you want to do when you hear your tunes? You want to Bang & Olufsen it. So yeah, man, the Audi RS TT, all done. This car is awesome, all done. It looks pretty sweet. Besides that little damage on the tip, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna talk to APR, get it handled for the customer. He's already sent him a message, send him some pictures. So as soon as they send it back, we'll go ahead and swap it for him. And then, like I said, got this completely specced out TTRS looking sweet. Got the tips on there looking badass. The car sounds much better. It's not as restrictive. Should make about 20 horsepower, which is pretty awesome. This does have a 5-cylinder turbo. I'm gonna pop the hood just so you guys can see it. Basically a baby R8, guys, so you guys can see it. 5 cylinders, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cylinders in this thing. And it's a turbo, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, got this Audi making a little bit more power. Next upgrade, APR air intake. So next up, next video, you see the same car, APR air intake done.